Helen Flanagan, the well-known actress and mother of three, has found herself in an increasingly tense and emotional situation regarding the family home she once shared with her former long-term partner, the professional footballer Scott Sinclair. The property, a spacious six-bedroom residence valued at around £1 million, has become a focal point of their ongoing disputes following their separation. Flanagan has expressed deep feelings of being pushed out of the home against her wishes, describing the circumstances as something that leaves her feeling forced to leave a place that holds immense sentimental and practical value for both her and the children. The couple, who were together for 13 years before parting ways in 2022, share 3 young children: Matilda, now 10 years old, Delilah, age 7, and their youngest, Charlie, who is 4. During their relationship, the home served as the central hub for family life, providing stability, space for the kids to grow, and proximity to supportive relatives. Flanagan parents live just around the corner, which has always made the location particularly convenient and comforting for her as a single mother managing a busy career alongside parenting responsibilities. The children are well settled in their local schools with established friendships, routines, and a sense of belonging that Flanagan is determined to protect at all costs. Complicating matters further is the fact that the house remains legally in Scott Sinclair's name. He made the decision last year to place it on the market, initially listing it at a higher price of £1.5 million. Over subsequent months, the asking price was progressively reduced, first to £1.195 million and later to £995,000, indicating either a lack of buyer interest or a strategic move to facilitate a quicker sale. Insiders close to the situation suggest that Sinclair's primary motivation stems from a desire to liquidate the asset and redirect his financial commitments. Specifically, he reportedly wants to cease the current maintenance payments he has been making towards supporting Flanagan and the household, proposing instead to purchase a smaller 4-bedroom property for her and the children. In an apparent gesture toward fairness, he has even offered to place this new home directly in her name, which would give her full ownership and security over it. Despite this proposal, Flanagan remains firmly opposed to the idea of relocating. She has dug in her heels, emphasizing how much she cherishes the current home and how disruptive a move would be for the children's lives. The emotional toll is evident. She views the current arrangement as one that allows her to maintain consistency for Matilda, Delilah, and Charlie during what has already been a challenging period of adjustment following the breakup. The breakdown in direct communication between the former partners has reached a point where they no longer speak to each other personally. All interactions are now mediated through Flanagan parents, who act as intermediaries in what has become a strained and distant co-parenting dynamic. Observers note that the rift has widened significantly in recent times. Flanagan has publicly voiced her frustrations on multiple occasions, particularly around Sinclair's perceived lack of involvement in key family moments. One particularly painful incident involved their son Charlie's school nativity performance, an event that holds special significance for young children and their families. Flanagan attended and shared a touching moment of pride in her son, describing him as her star and heartbeat, in a heartfelt social media post accompanied by a photo of them together. In contrast, Sinclair was absent from the performance, choosing instead to travel to Abu Dhabi for the Formula One Grand Prix weekend. He documented his trip with posts highlighting the excitement of watching races, celebrating a driver's achievement, and enjoying social outings described as involving happy days and blurry nights. This absence triggered a strong reaction from Flanagan, who openly criticized him in a raw and emotional outburst, questioning how he could prioritize such a trip over being present for his son's milestone. She felt his actions demonstrated a lack of consideration for the children's needs and a focus on his own enjoyment during a time when she was managing full-time work commitments, including a demanding role in a pantomime production, alongside solo parenting duties. The timing added insult to injury as it coincided with reports that Sinclair had recently become single again following the end of another relationship, leading some to describe his lifestyle as embracing a hot boy winter phase of freedom and leisure. The co-parenting tensions extended into the holiday season as well. This particular year fell under Sinclair's allocated time to have the children for Christmas, meaning Flanagan spent the festive period apart from Matilda, Delilah, and Charlie. Sources indicate this arrangement left her feeling deeply hurt and resentful, perceiving it as part of a pattern where Sinclair selectively engages with fatherhood on his terms rather than consistently prioritizing the family's needs. She has been described as busting a gut to hold everything together, balancing professional obligations, emotional support for the kids, and the logistics of daily life, while feeling that Sinclair does not fully appreciate or reciprocate that effort.